Hello everybody on this beautiful sunny Thursday in May. This is Katie Kraus, Program Manager for the Ridges Sanctuary, and I am joined here with Matt Peter, our Land Manager, and our honorary naturalist, Jackson.
Can you wave?
Say hi, Jackson!
I got you.
So Matt, what are we going to do today?
Today we're just going to take a walk on the trails here at Logan Creek. Look at the wildflowers because the spring ephemerals are in full bloom right now, which is great. And then we'll go follow the trails down to Clark Lake and take a look and see what's going on down there. Jackson, have you seen these flowers yet? That's right, that's a dandelion, you know that one. This big white flower, this is called a TRILLIUM. Can you say TRILLIUM?
Oh, wait.
Oh my gosh, look how many. There's a bunch of them, aren't there?
Yeah,
So there's a bunch of different species of TRILLIUM, but this is the most common one in the area, which is the grandiflorium, which is the big leaved or big flowered TRILLIUM. And aren't they big and pretty? One of my personal favorite flowers is a trout lily. So as I had mentioned too at one other point, a lot of spring ephemerals as colonies go through these different flowering cycles. So every 5 to 7 years or so, you'll get all of a sudden a big giant blooming year. This doesn't appear to be that productive of a flowering year, but there are still quite a few trout lilies here. So this is the yellow trout lily, and then there's also a white flowered one, which it's not a color variation, it's actually a separate species, and those are the common names are fawn lilies and not trout lilies. So I've only seen trout lilies here at the property, but there's plenty of them to see. This is Jack in the Pulpit. And what's kind of interesting about Jack in the Pulpit is that after a certain many years, they actually start to fruit and turn a little bit more female than male. So people like to refer to them as Jill in the Pulpits rather than Jack in the Pulpits, and it takes 5 to 7 years or something like that. Sun over here, if that gives you a better picture. Yep, we're going back to the car. We're just looking at more flowers. Yeah, so that's what makes Logan Creek so unique and really awesome to walk is you start off on a really rich upland deciduous forest dominated by beech and maple and some birch. And then as you start to go downhill towards the lake, you hit a more cedar swampish sort of conifer dominated forest. So cedars, and then what's really cool is all of the old giant hemlock trees that we have down here too, which is kind of an isolated pocket, and I know that in certain parts of the state it's very unusual to see hemlock trees, so people do travel to Door County just to see the hemlocks. So it's a pretty abrupt transition. You cross a little creek and then all of a sudden you're in densely shaded conifer forest.
Go.
Oh, is that another one of Papa's bridges? I don't know why they're Papa's all of a sudden.
Yeah.
They're not mine. They're for everyone. Right?
More walk on it?
Not right now. Maybe on the way back. Okay.
Easy sell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk on with you.
Yep, on the way back we can do that, okay? So Jackson, here, you see this? You see this right here? You remember when we saw this in the yard? These are ferns. Ferns. Remember Papa was telling you about ferns? This is what a fern looks like. And when it's opening up in the spring, this is what they're called. And they're called fiddleheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, until they open up. Yeah. Pretty cool, right?
Wait.
Right. Thank you for humoring your papa.
Big water.
Oh, big water.
So Matt, this is Clark Lake. We're standing at the mouth of Logan Creek. Can you kind of explain these areas, this habitat, and the significance of some of this area?
Yeah, so this is a really neat area because, as you said, this is where Logan Creek feeds into Clark Lake. So what the Clark Lake Association has done has they've buoyed off this is the north end of the lake, and they've buoyed it off because of how important the mouth of this creek is as an emergent wetland, a marshland, and it provides a lot of habitat for nesting birds, migratory waterfowl, and other aquatic animals and plants. So they've buoyed it off and have planted bulrush to help restore some vegetation here. So Logan Creek itself is a spring fed, and parts of it are class 1 trout stream. It's really high quality habitat, clear water all year round. The water will stay open because of the springs throughout the winter. That feeds into Clark Lake, which is a relatively shallow, sandy lake. And then on the south end of Clark Lake is where Cave Point and Whitefish Dunes are. Recently, we were able to purchase a 7.5 acre parcel along Logan Creek, and what that has done for us has allowed us to protect the western shoreline of Logan Creek from Highway 57 all the way into Clark Lake. We also protect some property on the other side of Logan Creek at the mouth of it. And the goal is to protect the Logan Creek corridor as much as possible. So we just acquired that parcel at the beginning of the year, and look soon for trail additions and more signage and more loops. Bear. There's a bear coming. Okay, go away, bear. No, I'm gonna fight it.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye. Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Bye.
Awesome.
Bye.
Join us for opportunities every Thursday. We'll come to you with a different topic. Things like woodcocks and frogs and other hiking experiences. Maybe we'll head out to Apples Bluff with our young naturalist Jackson sometime soon as well. Thanks for joining us. Catch you next time.
They're looking
So
for
the
food.
last check we have while we're out here, we're checking our bluebird boxes. And we have 4 babies.
Papa catches
Super cool.